coming in.
Yes.
Now there it is. Thank you, Rico. Thank you. You know, sometimes the political world just doesn't make sense. Take the recent remarks from Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, for example. He's up in arms about a proposed cannabis legalization initiative on the ballot this November, and his reasons are as colorful as they are questionable. According to Meatball Ron, if the measure passes, people could bring 20 joints to an elementary school. Now, I don't know about you, but that sounds about as ridiculous as trying to decide between being electrocuted by a tremendously powerful battery from an electric boat or that shark that's approximately 10 yards over there. Both seem like a little bit of a stretch. He paints a picture of a state overrun with the smell of cannabis, predicting that cities like Tampa will be engulfed with the aroma. He said, even if you have no interest in marijuana, marijuana will have an interest in you. A little dramatic there, Ron. He's also concerned that the reform would lead to no penalties for use or possession, civil, criminal, anything. Ron DeSanctimonious argues that businesses will struggle to operate under such lenient conditions and envisions a future where cannabis is omnipresent. He reiterates, you will be able to bring 20 joints to an elementary school, questioning if that's really beneficial for Florida. The governor's alarmist stance doesn't seem to resonate with the majority of Floridians, though. A recent Fox News poll indicates that 2 out of 3 voters support the initiative, showing more approval for the cannabis measure than for the governor himself. It appears that legalization always enjoys support across political lines as well. Now here's the kicker. Despite his opposition to adult use cannabis legalization, Fruity Boots DeSantis recently vetoed a bill to ban the sale of intoxicating hemp-derived cannabinoids. Why, you ask? Well, there's speculation that he's hoping the hemp industry might back his efforts against the cannabis initiative in return. So on one hand, he's fighting against cannabis legalization, but on the other, he's keeping the door open for another form of it. It's a head-scratcher, to say the least. Now, let's take a look at what the Smart and Safe Florida initiative actually proposes. Adults 21 years and older could purchase and possess up to 3 ounces of cannabis and 5 grams of concentrates. Medical cannabis dispensaries would be allowed to sell to adults for personal use, and while the legislature could approve more entities to do the same, they wouldn't be required to. There are no provisions for home cultivation or expungement of prior records, but the measure would generate significant new tax revenue. Estimates range from $195.6 million to $431.3 million annually. So the initiative's text is pretty clear. It allows adults to possess, purchase, or consume cannabis products and accessories, but doesn't change federal law. It sets possession limits and provides an effective date, all wrapped up in legalese to avoid misleading anyone. I do feel that it's a shame the bill doesn't include an option for home growing, which obviously would allow individuals more personal freedom and control over their cannabis consumption. So what about DeSantis' prohibition tendencies? He seems to be relying on the old what about the kids scare tactics, painting a dystopian future where schools are overrun with joints and the air is thick with the smell of cannabis. Yet he vetoed a ban on hemp-derived cannabinoids, which, by the way, Ron, smell the same, showing a contradictory stance that's hard to reconcile. Now, why would you back a relatively untested synthetic product like Delta-8 and be against its 100% natural counterpart that's been self-tested safely for centuries? It's really about protecting Floridians. Is this really about protecting Floridians, or is it about political maneuvering? In the end, it seems like Lift Boot Ron is out of step with his constituents on this one. Floridians are ready for an adult use market, while the governor clings to outdated arguments and contradictory policies. I'm Stone Slade, reporting for the High at 9 News.
Man, you guys.
Meatball Ron.
How is he? I don't understand how he's quantifying this 20 joints. Stone.
It's bro science, Jason.
What's that, Stone?
That's bro science.
I don't know where you got that. I mean, what?
Yeah.
It's a scare tactic. Oh my God. 2020.
Yeah, but why 20? Why not 100?
I don't know. Yeah, it's Meatball Ron. What do you want?
He did a study.
Everybody knows that as soon as weed is legal, we all have to mandatory bring 20 joints to an elementary school. That's just how the law works.
Oh, you know what? I bet you I know why he's coming up with 20. Because he's imagining it like tobacco and just imagining that there's going to be packs of cannabis joints or whatnot. And so since cigarettes come in a pack of 20, I bet you that's why he's using the number 20. That would make sense.
Oh, ridiculous, Ron.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can get behind that.
Grandstanding is all it is.
I mean, I'll tell you what, though. I do have to give some props to whichever lobbyist was out there and got Governor DeSantis off of the hemp brigade and now onto this brigade. I do have to give them some credit on that. And because the reality is that people aren't going to listen to the governor when it comes to on this issue, especially with those kind of talking points. I mean, yes, it'll resonate with the people that already are against it, but those kind of comments aren't going to just pull others that would vote yes to a no vote.
Maybe the cannabis industry should give more donations to his PAC. Maybe that would help.
Yeah, well, I mean, there is, to my understanding, there is some significant funding that is definitely going to come in and try to give this proposition a run for the money. And so I wonder if Kim Rivers and the other backers of this bill are going to be prepared to go and raise more money in lieu of.
Is this the True Leave is the big backer on this one? Is
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Florida thing?
Yep. Surprise, surprise.
Surprise, surprise.
Mm-hmm.
Surprise, surprise.
Oh, yes. Shout out to the Suitor of Music with that big old super chat. He says it's based off Jason's daily allowances, you guys. Fair enough, Suitor. That is pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah, man. Like, I got nothing to say about Meatball Ron, man. It's Meatball Ron doing Meatball Ron shit.
Mm-hmm. I love that.
He's running your favorite state, Jason. That's all I gotta say.
It is my favorite state right now.
Your favorite party, your favorite.
Yeah, that's okay. He can, you know, he does a lot of good things. Just because we don't agree on one thing doesn't mean that we you know what I'm saying, we can't work together on other things, you know, and pretty sometimes
not agreeing.
It's you know what, I'm working to help him evolve on the issue.
You start with those boots.
Yes.
Well, he's like
Maybe
Dan Lundgren, the guy we
things
had here in
real.
California in the 90s. That guy ain't evolving from a Neanderthal at all.
He can evolve. He can evolve. Just watch.
I don't know, man.
Don't believe me, just watch.
I feel like he's devolved since he lost that since Trump knocked him down.
Oh, he did. Yeah, Trump did. Yeah, he like sunned him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he really did. He put him in his pocket. Yeah, the other pocket is Marco Rubio.
Mm-hmm. That's gonna be
embarrassing.
That's gonna be his VP, guys. That's what we're hearing.
Yeah.